Hi, we are in conversation with CA Pramod Jain sir, and today we are taking the topic appointment and resignation of auditors. So we are having many questions, but we will be dealing with the 12 specific questions today.
No,
And
sir.
Namaste, sir. And the first question is, can an auditor be appointed for only 1 year?
Uh, Lovjeet, many people ask this question, but the right answer is no. An auditor cannot be, statutory auditor of a company cannot be appointed for 1 year. It has to be a term of 5 years.
Okay, sir. So you have clear questions for many people because they think that it can auditor can be appointed for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So it's great that it can be auditor can be appointed for only
Only
for
by
for
five
5 years
years.
terms. Great, sir. The second question is rotation of auditor applicable to all companies?
Lovjeet, no, this rotation of auditors is applicable to only few category of companies. First of all, it is not applicable at all to OPC, one-person company,
Okay.
or a small company.
Mm-hmm.
Then secondly, it is applicable only to a listed company,
Okay.
a public company having paid up capital of rupees 10 crores or more,
Okay.
a private company having a paid up capital of 50 crores or more,
Okay.
or above than the private or the public with the paid up capital limit. If any company is having public borrowing from bank, financial institutions,
Mm-hmm.
or public deposits of 50 crores and above, so
Okay.
they are required to have rotation of auditors.
Yes, sir. So, in all smaller companies and not required to have rotation of auditors
Auditors.
because they believe that everyone is having this requirement. But normally, the bigger companies and other, if you have major capitals and borrowings, all those requirements, then you are
Only.
required to. Right, sir. Thank you, sir. And when a third question is, when a term of auditor is completed, can another auditor be appointed by shareholders without informing retiring auditor?
Lavji, this is a very important question because many people feel that suppose an auditor is appointed for 5 years, the term is there. Now his term is completing
Right, sir.
and he is not eligible, he is not covered into the rotation of auditors.
Mhm.
So if there is a rotation of auditors and his term is completed, so for rotation, the term is in the case of a proprietorship is appointed, then at one term of 5 years.
Okay.
If it is a partnership firm, two term of 5 years.
Okay.
Now, in case the term is completed, then there is no requirement. It can be anyone, any other auditor can be appointed.
Mhm.
But it is not completed. It is not covered into the rotation thing.
Okay.
Then there is a procedure that unless the existing auditor is expressed his willingness to be removed, not or to not be appointed expressly,
Mhm.
or the shareholders say that he will not be appointed. In that case, a special resolution is required as per section 140 subsection 4.
Great, sir.
And when that special notice is received, that notice is to be sent to the auditor.
Okay.
And auditor will give his, he will have the right to make his representation. So that has to be complied with.
Right.
Only then in case of other than the retiring auditor who has completed his term of 5 years, and another auditor can be appointed.
Yeah, because I have seen, sir, in many cases, smaller companies don't follow this requirement
Yeah.
because they tend to just appoint another auditor without informing the retiring auditors, and they miss these compliances, and there are many consequences afterwards.
Right.
Yes, sir. So next question is, on completion of term, is audit required to file a form 883?
No, Lavjeet. Here, the form 883 is to be filed by an auditor only when he resigns.
Okay.
When his term completes, he is not resigning.
Okay.
So another auditor is being appointed.
Okay.
So he is not resigning. So only on resignation, form 883 is to be filed. Otherwise, not.
Okay, only on resignation part. But if it's normally it's completing the term, that is
Not required.
83 is not required.
Not required.
Okay. Good, sir. So next question is, when a company is under rotation, a proprietorship is appointed on casual vacancy to hold office till next AGM. In next AGM, will he be appointed for 4 years or 5 years?
A good question again, Lavjeet. Again, a lot of queries on this. That suppose an auditor has resigned
Right, sir.
and then in the casual vacancy, the board would appoint, on the resignation, the board, on the approval of the shareholders and the general meeting, would be appointing an auditor, but he would hold the office up to this coming AGM. And in the AGM, always the auditor is appointed for a term of 5 years. Now, on this AGM, the auditor will be appointed for 5 years, not 4 years.
Right, sir.
Not for 4 years, because the term would start from the appointment in the AGM. And that period of casual vacancy from that date to till the date of AGM will not be counted into the term.
So it be like a fresh appointment
For 5
and for 5 years. So it's
Yeah.
not considered. We don't consider the previous period.
Yeah, that no, that period, casual vacancy
Casual
from that
vacancy
date
period,
to
right.
up to the age.
Yeah, casual vacancy period is not considered, and fresh appointment at the AGM.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you, sir. Next question is when appointed in casual vacancy, is company required to file ADT1?
Again, this question is there where the company is required to file the appointment of auditor. Now, in case of casual vacancy, when the company is appointing an auditor up to the AGM, as per the Act, there is no requirement to file ADT1. Similarly, in the year of incorporation, in the first board meeting, when the auditor is appointed up to the AGM, there is no requirement to file ADT1. Or it is suggested that it should be filed, but mandatorily it is not required to file ADT1. There is no non-compliance for not filing, but it is always suggested that it should be filed.
For safer side, it's better.
It's not about safer; it is just like for the compliance that way.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Next question is will change in status of auditor, that is from proprietorship or individual to partnership firm, be treated as casual vacancy?
Yes, Lovjeet, it would be treated as a casual vacancy because my status is changing. I've been appointed as a sole proprietor, as an auditor. Now my proprietorship firm, the CA firm, is converted into a partnership or an LP. So in that case, my status is changing, my PAN is changing. So in that case, it would be treated as a casual vacancy because the shareholder had appointed the proprietorship.
Okay.
Now it is a partnership. So there is a casual vacancy and the new firm has to be appointed.
So you have cleared doubts for many people. Because people think that the firm is same, the entities, the span is changing, but it's very different, right? Thank you, sir. Next question is Mr. A is auditor of company since incorporation. He is reappointed as auditor in the AGM on 30 September 2020 for 5 years. That is till AGM to be held in September 25. In financial year 22-23, the limits of rotation becomes applicable. Till when can he do audit?
Lovjeet, again, a very, very important question and lot of times asked. Suppose the company is incorporated in, say, 2000s.
Right.
So the auditor is continuing and then the Companies Act 2013 came, he continues the term of 5 years.
Right.
Now, in the mid of his term, you said it 22-23, the company's certain limits changed, maybe the paid up capital increased or the borrowing increased. Now the company comes into the rotation.
Right.
So all the past periods are covered. But yes, the year for which he is doing the audit, he will do. So in 22-23 only he can do the audit and he will not continue up to 25. He'll have to vacate his office because he will no longer be eligible to be appointed as an auditor.
Okay. Yeah. Because meanwhile, in between rotation application.
Yes, his 5 years has already completed.
Okay, that's it. Next, can an auditor once appointed be removed by company before his term?
Yes, an auditor appointed by the shareholders can be removed, but then there is a procedure. Right. This is a procedure that a special resolution is required, central government approval is required, a form has to be filed at 84 with the central government, and then all procedure is there. So upon that procedure, special resolution and central government approval, the RD approval, I would say, the authority has been delegated to the regional director.
Right.
So after that only the auditor can be.
Thank you, sir. Will conversion of firm into LLP cause casual vacancy?
A good question, Lovjeet. There is a ABC and Co, a partnership firm that is converted into ABC LLP.
Right.
So one may think that it is a casual vacancy, but no, it is not a casual vacancy. Also, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs in 2013 they have 13 or 14, 2014,
Okay.
they issued a circular that in such a case there would be no casual vacancy, and the auditor should intimate to the company, and the board would pass a resolution thereof. So there would not be any casual vacancy.
Right, so, that means in crux, if we're converting from proprietorship to partnership or LLP, then it's a casual vacancy. But if we are converting from partnership to LLP, it's not a
No
casual
casual
vacancy.
vacancy.
Right, so it's a different thing. It's to be noted, I believe. Yeah. Firm B merges in Firm A, and order already appointed in company is Firm A. Is there casual vacancy?
Yes, this merger of firms, if I talk about, this is a concept under the ICI regulations, the Institute of Chartered Accountants regulations. There is nothing like this in the Partnership Act. But yes, company A, firm A is appointed as an auditor, and firm B merges into firm A. So firm A is already appointed as an auditor. So there is no casual vacancy. The
Okay.
firm continues
Okay.
as an auditor.
And the other scenario, let's say Firm B merges in Firm A, and order appointed in company is Firm B. So
Yes, in this case, there would be a casual vacancy now, because that firm B itself is not in existence.
right, sir, right.
So it will change. So in that case, there is a casual vacancy, and in the board will have to appoint.
So definitely, we are, that this was the last question and the 12th question, and you have cleared many doubts, not just for CA student but CA fraternity who are in practice as well, because these are many questions which get triggered when you are just appointed or you are resigning, and these are the main questions and main doubts for all the CAs. And thank you so much, sir,
Thank
for
you.
resolving the doubts. And
Thank you.
thank you for your time, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.